I've just been working on some JavaScript and some server-side JavaScript using Netlify. And it's a big reminder to me that one of the biggest killers of software is incidental complexity. Complexity that is not part of the solution or the domain, but all the other cruft that we need to write to just get the job done. A certain amount of incidental complexity is inevitable and required. Terraform, Ruby, any language, any framework, any tool we use is incidental complexity. The question is, how much of that incidental complexity do we have? And how much is it impacting us getting our jobs done and building the part of the software that actually the customer cares about? And in my experience, there's way too much incidental complexity in software. And my goal with everything that I build is to try and reduce that incidental complexity. The difficulty is, of course, if you reduce that incidental complexity, the software often becomes a lot more difficult to change because you're removing boilerplate, you're removing abstractions, and so you're just doing the work you need to do in the code. So therefore there's less abstractions, which means there's less incidental complexity, but then the code becomes very brittle and hard to change. So you can't just say, oh, just remove all incidental complexity, it'll be fine. It's, of course, as with everything else, a trade-off between ease of change, in many cases performance, security, and a lot of other things, and incidental complexity. But I do think there are a lot of situations, naming no names, naming no frameworks or languages, JavaScript, that have masses of incidental complexity that does not really add any value and just hoops you've got to jump through to get the job done. That's my rant for today. Incidental complexity, try and remove it, try and reduce it, and you will have a more joyful programming experience. Bye.